Welcome back to Changing the World Today. I'm Cheyenne Neeland. Today we will be discussing the issue of cyber threats. Cyber threats include severe kinds of online harassment such as cyber stalking, sexual harassment, and physical threats. According to last year's polls, 70% of adults ages 18 through 24 have experienced cyber abuse, of which 45% experience more severe kinds of harassment. Unfortunately, only 5% of these crimes have been reported to the police overall. Today we'll be interviewing three people involved in this issue. First, we will be interviewing a victim of these crimes to account her personal story. And now over to our field reporter, Mary Kay, for more information.
This is Mary Kay reporting live from a local residence hall in downtown Denver. Due to their experience with cyber abuse, this victim would like to remain anonymous throughout the interview. So, could you please recount your latest incident?
I had a boyfriend a few years ago. He became very excessive of me to the point where I did not feel comfortable in the relationship. He accused me of cheating and verbally abused me. I broke up with him, and that's when he began making threatening posts on Twitter about me. After the breakup, I moved in with my best friend Gary for a little while to get me away from my ex-boyfriend.
That sounds awful. What happened next?
At this point, the threatening posts become much more intense. He not only threatened to kill me, but also my friend Gary. We became very afraid and contacted the police.
That's very brave of you.
The police contacted my ex-boyfriend, but he claimed he was being sarcastic and simply expressing his emotion on Twitter.
Were there any charges pressed against him?
It's yet to be decided.
Thank you for sharing your story. We hope for the best. Back to Cheyenne.
Thank you, Mary Kay. Our next interview is with Secret Service Agent Gloria Liu. Agent Liu, can you hear me? You're on Changing the World Today.
Yeah, hi, Shan. Glad to be here.
So, Agent Liu, tell us, why are you here today?
I'm here to discuss the ongoing issue pertaining to cyber threats.
Please, tell us.
According to our poll, 66% of harassment occurs on social media, which is a huge issue today, as it is much easier to get away with abuse online than it is in person. Attackers feel powerful online as they don't have any face-to-face interaction. In fact, 80% of people who partake in online bullying do so because it's easier to hide from others. This leaves the victims feeling unsafe and unafraid.
Could you detail a few stats for us pertaining to severe online threats?
Of course, our research indicates 8% of all internet users across the globe have been physically threatened, 6% sexual harassed, and 26% have been stalked online.
So obviously this is a huge problem. Do you have any plans to help monitor cyber threats?
One of the steps we are taking is developing a software to help detect screensm. Using this, we will be able to determine what are real threats and what are simply jokes between friends. As a last resort, we are highly considering reaching out to Anonymous in order to track the attackers and give us their location.
Thank you so much for the interview, Agent Liu. This leads us into our next interview with David Bauman, current developer of a sarcasm detecting prototype. Over to Mary Kay with more details.
Thank you, Cheyenne. I'm here with David. David is an assistant professor at UC Berkeley School of Information. His research often involves linguistic structure and natural language processing. Can you tell me more about the software you're developing?
Well, sarcasm detection is a very difficult computational problem. The problem with computers is that they are unable to pick up on cues such as louder volume, slow tempo, and a lack of eye contact that humans have. Computers cannot be taught these human interactions and understand ideas such as space and noise, so it is incredibly difficult to create a software that is able to accurately detect sarcasm. My most current project I developed earlier this year can correctly ID sarcasm on Twitter 85% of the time, which is far from ideal.
So it sounds like it works in progress. But do you think if a software was able to detect sarcasm 100% of the time, that would be useful in cyber stress cases?
Definitely. With an accurate detector, there wouldn't be any question whether or not a person was serious. expediting potential issues with the law.
Thank you so much for your time. This shed light on how we can solve this ongoing issue.
Thanks for joining us tonight on Changing the World Today. We would like to thank all of the people we interviewed and their insight into this problem. I'm Cheyenne Nealand. Good night.